the most brutal heroes of Marvel and DC. You've seen tons of lists about anti-heroes, right? But today we're talking about something different. There are some characters in Marvel and DC who aren't anti-heroes or villains. They're heroes, sure, but they're feared for one thing. Their pure, unstoppable brutality. These are the ones whose entire reputation is built on violence. Some are so savage, you might never have realized just how dangerous they actually are. So let's get into it. 5 heroes who take brutality to another level. First up, Thor Odinson, the god of thunder and wrath. Now, everyone knows Thor as this noble, larger-than-life Avenger. But come on, the guy's a walking weapon with a temper problem. Even in the MCU, his violent side is right there in front of us. Remember his first movie? He charged into Jotunheim alone just to prove a point, wiped out an entire army of frost giants, all because Laufey made a little insult. And after all that, he actually said, "At least make it challenging for me." That's not diplomacy, that's straight-up arrogance with lightning attached. In the Dark World, the war in Vanaheim ended the second Thor showed up. Across the 9 realms, everyone knows when Thor arrives, the fight's already over. Even when Malekith hit him with an Infinity Stone-powered blast, Thor just shrugged it off and said, "I thought you'd hit harder." Like, dude, seriously? That's not confidence. That's a god who forgot what fear even feels like. And think back to his first meeting with Iron Man and Cap. He didn't even hesitate. That lightning strike could have easily killed Tony, and that hammer swing at Cap was aimed right at his head. Thor doesn't negotiate, he ends things. Next up, Red Hood, the Vigilante without restraint. Jason Todd, the second Robin, was brutally beaten to death by the Joker, but when he came back, he wasn't the same. He found out Batman never avenged him, never killed the Joker, and had already replaced him. That betrayal created something darker, a vigilante who believes in only one thing, ending crime permanently. He once poisoned an entire prison's food supply just to wipe out every inmate inside. When he finally tracked down the Joker, he returned the favor with a crowbar, beating him until he could barely breathe. And in Batman, 3 Jokers, he didn't even think twice. 1 shot, 1 dead Joker. Red Hood doesn't do warnings, he does conclusions. Now let's talk about Moon Knight, the many faces of violence. At first glance, he looks like a protector, but under that white hood, he's chaos-wearing armor. We meet Stephen Grant, the soft-spoken museum guy, but that's not the real him. The truth is Mark Spector, an ex-Marine turned mercenary. And then there's Jake Lockley, the third personality and easily the most violent. Jake doesn't fight criminals, he hunts them. Remember that scene in Egypt where Mark blacks out and wakes up surrounded by bodies? Yeah, that wasn't Mark, that was Jake. In the comics, Jake Lockley is feared even by other heroes. Mark might let you live, Stephen might walk away. But if Jake shows up, you're finished. Then we have Rorschach, justice without mercy. In Watchmen, Rorschach isn't just a vigilante, he's the embodiment of judgment. He genuinely believes evil doesn't deserve redemption, only elimination. After seeing how twisted people can be, he decided there's only one solution to crime: death. When they threw him in prison, he didn't panic, he actually smiled. Because for Rorschach, being locked up with criminals isn't punishment, it's an opportunity. He kills them one by one with brutal precision. The only way anyone ever stopped him was by killing him. Rorschach doesn't serve justice, he is justice. Finally, we've got Logan, also known as Wolverine, the relentless beast. Logan has a good heart, sure, but when he snaps, there's no stopping him. He fights without fear, without mercy, without hesitation. In the Old Man Logan storyline, the Hulk gang murders his family, and Logan goes on an all-out rampage, wiping out the entire gang, including Bruce Banner himself. When he escaped from the Weapon X program, he ripped through the facility and killed almost everyone inside. He's not just a mutant, he's a living, breathing weapon. But even in his most savage moments, Logan always knows the difference between the innocent and the guilty. That's what makes him both a hero and a monster. So there you have it, Thor, Red Hood, Moon Knight, Rorschach, and Wolverine. 5 heroes who prove that even the good guys can be absolutely terrifying when they stop holding back. Each one represents a different kind of darkness: divine wrath, human vengeance, fractured sanity, moral obsession, and pure primal fury. And together, they remind us that sometimes being a hero means getting your hands dirty. Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe to EVT Media for more deep dives into the worlds of heroes, villains, and everything in between.